forecast for February 2024. So on February 24th, we actually have our very last astro event taking place here for the month of February, which just happens to be our full moon in Virgo. That it's taking place at 5 degrees. That's the very first decan of the energy, which means that there's a lot of analyzing to do. There's a lot of perfecting to do. There's a lot of sorting out and processing to do. And because we are in Pisces season, this is definitely going to be a very interesting dance of trying to find balance between the emotional and spiritual realm that the sun in Pisces is currently focused on versus the physical realm, the mental realm that Virgo energy is focused on as well. So this particular energy will reach its peak 7:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll recommend that you download your moon guide. That's going to help kind of get you aligned to these particular energies and help purify that vibration, that frequency. This is a time of purification. It is a time of realignment, a time of recalibration, so to speak. That is what the Pisces season is all about. It throws us into the deep end of our feels. We have a lot of emotional unpacking to do. We, karmically speaking, are being defragged in order for us to be the lightest versions of ourselves moving into this new astrological calendar. So this is kind of like the last hurrah, if you will. And again, the full moon illuminating hidden details, information, perspectives that we probably seen previous to this, however, just skimmed over. We didn't really see it, wasn't really in our face, didn't click any type of aha moments in our brain. But now things are coming right in our face. The full illumination is a full awareness of a perspective, of a situation, of an understanding that we need to be wrapping up. We need to close the door upon it. We need to bring it a certain completion point, a certain death, in order for us to start new. So, considering the fact, I'm going to take you back to January 11th specifically. That was the new moon in Capricorn. That's when we anchored in this new version of self, this new vibration, this new frequency, these new timelines that we're currently working with. Fast forward, we had the full moon in Leo energy. That was the pivot point, the major change of heart space, the major change in our vibration, in our frequency. Of course, that Leo energy is our real, raw, true, vulnerable, authentic self. That's our soul, our spirit that now wants to be animated, be activated, be fully expressed through this physical body. We had the new moon in Aquarius energy that opened up our minds, really painted a bigger, broader perspective, a bigger, broader picture, not only on why it is that we had to go through certain aspects, certain tough love life lessons, but now revealing greater options, greater opportunities. We're connecting the dots. We're making sense of things that haven't made sense in years. There is an epiphany, there is a vision, there is a goal, there is a dream, there's new hopes and wishes. And so we had the anchoring in under the Capricorn energy, the physical realm, the physical body. We had the change of heart in our soul, in our spirit, in what makes us happy, and what it is that we want to build, we want to create in that Leo energy. We had a change, a pivot point in our perspective, in our understanding under that Aquarius energy. And then here we are in Pisces season doing the emotional and spiritual realignment needed, while the full moon in this Virgo energy really focuses in on getting our minds right. The Virgo energy is ruled over by Mercury. So this is a Mercury ruled event. Mercury just shifted into Pisces energy again here on the 23rd. And so there is this element where we are blending our intuition with our intellect, where we are reaching new heights of understanding certain situations and how they mystically contribute to our overall soul journey and how that is going to impact our focus, our mind space. Again, the Virgo energy being ruled over by Mercury, it is still an earth sign, which means that whatever's going on in our mental plane, whatever it is that we're focused on, whatever it is that we're telling ourselves is literally what we are bringing to life, what we are creating, what we're bringing into form, what we are manifesting in our physical realms. Very much mind over matter. Mind equals matter in that Virgo energy. We're very focused on the physical body. We're focused on our mental health. We're focused on the inner dialogues, the inner narratives. And what is really going to come to the forefront is the bad habits that we need to kick in order to kind of remove the blockages, remove the challenges from our mental plane so that we can start fresh, realigning. Again, preparing for this new quest, this new adventure, this new astrological year. So, where the sun in Pisces is showing us where we have to feel, the Virgo energy is showing us what we have to do to rearrange our thoughts, what we have to take action upon in order to actually heal. The Pisces and Virgo axis is the healing axis. The Pisces energy is emotional and spiritual. The Virgo energy is physical and mental. And so where we're kind of illuminating the shadow parts under the Piscean season, what we have to feel deeply in order to actually heal in the mental realm, in the physical realm, in the emotional and spiritual realm, there is a balance that kind of needs to be struck. So the Pisces energy is boundless. That's why everything kind of flows together. There's no ending, there's no beginning, there just is. While the Virgo energy needs boundaries, needs these particular guidelines in order to feel safe, secure, and stable in life. Where we kind of are pushed to move into our creativity, our imagination, our soul, and our spirit in Pisces season, we, under this full moon in Virgo, are going to understand where it is that we have to anchor into reality. If we want to create the vision, the goal, the dreams that's now being illuminated under this Pisces energy, we have to get real. We have to get raw. We have to get vulnerable. We have to think logical. We have to think practical on what it is that we want to build, what it is that we want to create. So where the Pisces energy gives us the vision, we're able to kind of dissect it, process it. We're kind of able to create order out of that chaos, and we're able to bring new elements into this physical realm. Where Pisces energy is disorder, the Virgo energy wants to put things in order. Where there is infinite possibilities in the Piscean energy, there are some select opportunities and possibilities in the Virgo energy. So this is very much trying to strike the balance on where it is that we have to blend our spiritual realm with our, let's call it, reality. If we want to bring creative ideas, fantasies, imagination, dreams, visions to life, not only do we have to allow ourselves to live in that metaphysical realm that the Pisces energy wants us to be all up in, but we actually have to think with our brains critically, right? We have to add some, I'm going to say, structure to the very crazy, chaotic emotion, thoughts, and visions that we gain in Pisces season in order to give it a foundation to be actually brought into form in the Virgo energy. So this is very much kind of understanding where it is that we have some releasing to do, some purging to do. We have to let things out. We have to get things off of our heart space, out of our head space in order to actually have a cleaner, more purified vessel, the physical body, the physical form. There's a lot going on. And if you download the Moon Guide, you will know that this is the first time in a long time that we are actually dominant in water energy. This has been I'm going to say, quite a interesting dynamic with moon events because most of them have been rooted in earth energy, very focused on the physical realm, focused on the physical body, focused on the changes, the transformations needed in our physical realm. The water energy, this is about feeling. This isn't about doing. This isn't about, intellectualizing. This isn't about planning and strategizing, although the full moon in Virgo is going to want you to do that. What this is just surrendering, losing yourself to all of the thoughts, all of the ideas, all of the emotions, all of the aha moments, and just seeing what that triggers, what that activates within us. So just when we kind of give ourselves permission to open ourselves up, shut that intellect down in order for the creativity, the imagination, the emotional, the spiritual realm to kind of take the lead, when we grasp that vision, when we gain insight, when we have an aha moment, that's when we engage the mental plane. That's when we turn on the intellect. That's when we start processing things. That's when we start dissecting it, planning, strategizing how it is that we're going to bring some of these things to life. And for many of us, this is the last hurrah of unpacking the emotional baggage that we are not taking into this next quest, into this next adventure. So it is going to be very high in water energies. We have a lot to feel because we have a lot to heal. May I remind you, we just have Venus and Mars do their conjunction, closing the door on the last 2 years of relationship drama, of old ideas, old creative endeavors that belong to the old version of self. We are but maybe a day and a half, 2 days under the full moon in Virgo into the brand new cycle that Mars and Venus have come together, created a spark in order for us to bring something new into our physical realms, whether that is relationships, whether that's new means of financial matters, whether that is new creative projects, ideas, inspirations. We will see the unfolding of that over the next week or so. But we also have to understand we just had a major week in astrology. We had the True Node and Chiron pop off. That was a major karmic ending, just as much as it was a karmic beginning. And this full moon in Virgo is going to help us kind of focus in on the smaller details that might have got missed, if you will, as we've been trying to keep our head above water here in Pisces season. So we do have, I'm going to say, a very short list of tension points, conflict points, energy aspects taking place under this full moon. And a lot of that is Venus and Mars squaring off with Jupiter. And so this is going to create tension, create conflict. And from that, we are going to see the bigger, broader picture on what it is that has changed in us over these last couple of months of really anchoring in this new version of self and understanding the new wants, needs, and desires that this new version of self has. This is now going to illuminate for us the bigger, broader opportunity that we now have to create something new that looks good, that feels good, that's in alignment with our higher selves. There is a very nice, beautiful list of positive energies, positive aspects taking place under this particular full moon. And a lot of it is allowing us to see where it is that we've been holding on to things that we essentially have outgrown. They're no longer useful to us, where it is that we have to let that energy go in order for us to now be inspired and encouraged to push forward. Again, all of this is preparing us for this new astrological calendar kicking off in Aries season. And again, spoiler alert, not that I'm getting too ahead of myself, but as soon as we dive in to Aries season with that equinox energy, that reset in the karmic chapters of this new astrological year, we will already be in eclipse energy. So that is no joke. This is the last, I'm going to say, full moon event that we are going to be experiencing for the next couple of months that is actually anchored in to this physical realm, to our mental planes, that has a major impact, major influence on how it is that we're going to change up our mind, our narrative, our perspective, our understanding on not only what it is that we're moving away from, but what it is now that we have a desire, a passion to move closer to.